Hello and welcome to the Trip Keeper channel. I'm here to keep your trips safe. I'm going to do something a little bit different on this channel today. We are going to be looking at the Drugs Forum website. And one thing, this is actually from 2005. This topic is called Most Desperate Thing Done to Get High. I thought this would be pretty interesting. There's 61 pages, so we're not going to read all the fucking ones. We're just gonna find some good ones here. But without further ado, let's get this started. This is the person that started the thread. He said, me and some friends were in my room one day, bored out of our minds, so I jumped up and said, "Hey, let's shoot up some alcohol." Anyway, I got a needle and put some vodka in it. After we got done shooting, we were running around the house holding our arms screaming, "Ah, my arm! Ah!" This is probably the most desperate and most stupidest thing I've done to get off. Oh, and one time I smoked a joint with nothing but seeds and stems in it. What can I say? You live, you learn, you move on. What's the most stupidest thing you've done, people? I want answers. Now these are the answers. I was at an herb store when I spotted the powder Calamus acorus root. Sorry if I pronounced that. Now in Rodali's Book of Herbs, this is listed as a hallucinogen. Well, it was dirt cheap, so I bought an ounce, and I went home and mixed a few grams with OJ and chugged what was the most vile drink ever. Dude, shit like this is just... shit you gotta drink just tastes terrible. I don't know why there's no good things you can have, but I don't know. They're defense mechanisms, maybe. No trip unless you count the 100 or so to go puke and shit my brains out. Afterwards, I read elsewhere that the stuff found in herb stores is not prepared right and cause severe nausea. Moral of the story is to know your substance and know your dosage. If I had done 10 or 15 minutes worth of research online, I could have saved myself a lot of pain. Yep. I honestly never heard of that stuff before, so I wouldn't even have known. But yeah. Inhaling Duster, which my friend believed to have a high nitrous content, tasted very bad and my lungs were burning. And clearly this is from 2005 because they made an emoji, but with they had to type it out, thermometer _face : that's what it is. Duster for me too. This shit is so bad for you. Haha, the stupidest thing I've done to get high was get high for the first time. It's been downhill ever since. You got that right, buddy boy. That is true. Just if you don't get started, you don't have to worry about it. Oh my god, I've injected vodka too. It fucking kills. We all injected a needleful each, and I was absolutely wrecked afterwards. We've been taking ecstasy beforehand, so I didn't think it would affect me that much, but it knocks you out. That's probably the stupidest thing I've ever done. Anyone else try injecting alcohol? Yeah, I don't know. What would make you think that taking ecstasy beforehand would not affect you? You're injecting alcohol in your damn arm. Oh my god. Crushing and snorting Sudafed, back when it was just pseudoephedrine. Ephedrine, sorry. The taste. When it dripped, it left the most fucking horrible bitter taste in my throat and I couldn't get rid of it. I tried drinking lots of water, but that didn't work, so I had to put up with the nasty shit for like 20 minutes. Didn't even get anything but a bloody nose from that either. You know, if you have a terrible drip, not really that many remedies, but maybe chew some gum. I found out that chewing gum can help save you from a lot of shit, like from a bad trip, from panic attacks. I've found that out, so if you guys are ever struggling with those, just chew some gum, because I think the chewing of it gets your mind off everything, and like, yeah, I don't know, just somehow, because like you're moving your mouth and you're biting down every frickin' second, so, jaw. Alright, let's see here. Nothing here, okay. Huffing Glade through a towel. Got wicked high though. Nitrous is what did it, and my head was potpourri fresh afterwards. I've tried Computer Duster, which contains either difluoroethane or tetrafluoroethane to the post above. Freon is in air conditioners. I think I was so afraid to suffocate or kill lots of brain cells that I didn't inhale much. Smart move on my part. Stupid thing, and very unhealthy. I also consumed a fairly large amount of nutmeg. Don't remember exact amount, and I didn't feel anything. But it was just dumbass stupid to take that much and choke it all down to feel nothing in the end. Well, doing nutmeg is a lot better than doing Computer Duster, I'll tell you that much. Here's an embarrassing experience. You have to understand that I love being high, and I hadn't been so for about a month and a half, but I only had a little bit of whiskey. Oh boy, where is this going? Somewhere I had heard that if you ingest alcohol through the ass, you'll get drunk as fuck off just a tiny amount. And well, you could probably guess if I did or not. It hurt like hell. If I did it or not. The second dumbest thing I've done to get high is dissolve paracetamol pills in water and injected it. Paracetamol? I forgot what's the correct pronunciation. What the fuck is that supposed to do? Cure my fever? And I did it in the dark. So after I had, by pure luck, hit my vein and done my business, blood dripped from my arm onto my sheet. And I didn't even notice at first because it was dark. Oh well, whatever doesn't kill you makes for a great story afterwards. Yep. Or a forum reply. Tobacco on a whiskey bong or smoking banana peels. Both stupid ideas. Bananadine A. We about to do that on my main channel. Had sex with a girl I despise for smack. Your take one for the team, buddy. No. Nothing bad about that. Let's see here. Alright. That one is just replies to that one. I shot some Robitussin syrup once. I thought it was a dream when I woke up in the morning until I found the needle next to my bed and the track mark. Bro, what's worse, injecting alcohol or Robitussin syrup? When I was in rehab, I got Deparit and drank a bottle of my perfume for alcohol. Oh boy. Yep. I hope they're doing okay, actually, because once you go to rehab, I mean, it works sometimes. I don't know what the success rate on rehab is, but I feel like it helps a little bit, but then, you could just relapse, though, and just ruin everything, the progress you've gotten. It's really hard to get over a drug, and it's just really sad people don't understand addiction. They just make people out to be, like, these junkies and stuff, and they don't matter. Just like how people see prostitutes, it's like, I mean, these are real people, okay? They have lives. They were once, born to a family with every chance in the world. Some people don't get a chance when they're born, though. But it's just sad. Same with homeless people. Like, when I was younger, I used to not care about these people. Like, in high school, I really despise these kind of people and stuff, but now that I've had this channel, and I feel like I've come to know these people who are struggling with this, and even myself struggling, not with like hard drugs, but I've had my fair share of addictions with other substances, and you just really empathize with them once you go through that experience, especially with my cousin dying. That really took me over the edge, and I was like, okay, but yeah, you just gotta. A lot of people aren't empathetic enough towards it, which I'm not going to say I don't blame them, but like, you need to have an experience like that for yourself to fully understand what these people are going through, and until that happens, you're not going to care. Really, it's just simple facts, especially when people online, like, they're keyboard warriors that say whatever the fuck they want, and just anything goes on the internet nowadays. And I mean, it's been like that for a while, but now it's just like all over the place. You could just post a random cat video and you'll see people starting a fight in the comments, and it's just like, come on. But no, I feel for these people that struggle like that, and it's just really tough to get over addiction. And I mean, even if you do get over it, you never really do, because one time you can fuck up and it can really just change it, even if it's 10 years down the road. So it's really, you just got to stay strong and just try not to. And it's so hard because your brain is just so used to living like with the drug in your everyday life. And when you take that away, your brain's like, what the fuck are you doing? You've been treating me with all this dopamine, and now you're just taking that away from me. You are a fucking asshole. But yeah, all right, that kind of went on there. This is gross, no offense, but sometimes I accidentally miss when I spray cologne and it goes in my mouth, and goddamn, please don't think me stupid, but I'm not up on my lingo, and I was wondering what swim means in the whole deal with the trolling remark. Wait, this is from, yeah, that's from 2005, that's funny, May 15th, I think the post was made in January. Please don't think me stupid. Oh, don't worry. I won't think that. But what's the whole deal and D-E-E-L? That's just funny on its own. Sorry. I ate a whole bottle of nutmeg. Still can't eat nutmeg to this day without puking. I feel that though. Like when I was doing Morning Glory and Hawaiian Baby Wood Roast seeds, like I put them in capsules. Well, not the Morning Glory. That's when I just ate them straight up. But Hawaiian Baby Wood Roast, I put them in capsules, and I swallowed them down with this iced tea. I don't know if it's even in business anymore, but it was called Trade Winds. And every time I drank the Trade Winds after that experience, I started to gag because I just thought of the taste of the Hawaiian Baby Wood Roast. If you don't know, it's not good. There's not a lot of plants that taste good. Flower seeds in that case. But yeah, sometimes they just get ruined for you like that. Nutmeg tastes terrible too. I remember when I tried doing it, I put it in like a milkshake thing, and I told my mom it was cinnamon, and I'm surprised she believed me, or whatever the fuck. I didn't say. I don't think I said it was nutmeg, which I probably could have gotten away with. How is my mom gonna know nutmeg gets you high? Well, it doesn't. You need to have the actual nutmeg. You can't just get the powder from it in a grocery store. You just need to get the actual full nutmeg. So, yeah. This next one. At work, I once had a couple whippets in my pocket, but no cracker. I worked at a driving range, so there's a few rando tools that I decided that could be used to fashion my own cracker. The first cracker I made consisted of a plastic bag, vise, nail, and hammer, and a piece of wood. I put the whippet inside the plastic bag, pushed all the air out, and knotted the bag airtight. Then I placed the bag and whippet inside vise, nailed a nail through a piece of wood, then aligned nailed a whippet, and swung the hammer with firm hit. Bag immediately filled up. I ripped a hole in the bag and inhaled deeply. It worked, but some nitrous was wasted. One of my friends tried a similar method and received what appeared to be a mild frostbite on one hand. Yep, you gotta be careful about that. Second cracker was more complicated and involved two PVC tees, 2 feet PVC, plastic bag, duct tape, PVC ball valve, and one drywall screw. Too hard to explain now, but this cracker also worked, but not as well as the less complicated first one. Well, this wasn't, you wasted my time reading this one. Wasn't embarrassing. Smoked tobacco trying to compensate for the lack of doob. Bad idea. My mouth feels like something died in it. Let's see, this one is not bad. Took a bunch of Allegra pills that my mom had lying around. I researched the active ingredients on the net and some places that it could cause euphoria. I took 10 pills. I got slightly lightheaded, but I also got one hell of a stinging nose from it, and I eventually just puked it up. Not worth it by a long shot. What is in Allegra? Let me search this up really quick. Yeah, okay, it's an antihistamine. I knew that. I don't think diphenhydramine's in it. Is it? 60 milligrams of fexofenadine, hydrochloride, fexofenadine, and the Carmelo sodium. Totally pronouncing that wrong. Yeah, I don't know what. I've never heard of the fexofenadine. Never heard of that before. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm surprised. I do all these channels, do all these videos on my channel, and I never heard of it. What kind of YouTuber am I? I should fucking get shot. It blocks histamine. Yep. Okay, we know that. Yeah. Okay. There's not enough on it, and I can look right here. We're just gonna continue on. I'm sorry about that. Whoops. And for people who have never found my channel, they're probably like, oh my god, why didn't he just read the damn stories and stop fucking distracting himself? Ether made from car starter fluid. Fun times, but really stupid. Yep, did a video on ether on my main channel. Go check that out. That one's kind of been popping off recently. Ate a foot of San Pedro cactus just ground up in a smoothie. Took 4 hours, tastes like shit, nothing. That's fucked. Likely the duster or the ether would be my dumbest, along with Dramamine, which is, in my opinion, is ridiculous. You may hallucinate a lot, but you can't even spell your own name. Yep, deliriants work like that, man. It's fucked. I'm glad I never did that shit. I had my time with diphenhydramine, Benadryl, whatever brand it was. That was bad enough. If you guys don't know what diphenhydramine feels like, it feels like you're just, I don't know. It's not a high. I'll tell you that much. You feel different, but it's not a high. For me, I got paranoid on it. I got like, I don't know. It felt like the world slowed down a little bit, but not in a cool way. Like there's other drugs that do that, but that one is just not worth it. And with your chances of getting dementia later in life from it, with the video I did on my main channel too, go check that one out. It's just not worth it. It's really not worth it. If you have access to weed, now I'm not a fan of weed anymore because it affects me the wrong way. But if you're a kid, you're like 14 years old, because there's like there's 12-year-olds doing Benadryl, and it's really scary. Just get your hands on some weed. That'd be a lot better. Like, for real. I hate to say that, but that's the honest truth. Although, maybe not smoking it, maybe get some edibles, because any kind of smoke inside your lungs will affect it in a bad way. But I wouldn't do anything. I'd wait, at least till you're in high school to start something. But that's just my honest. I'm just gonna give you the real shit here. Everyone, people have gotten ideas to do drugs from my channel, but other people have gotten ideas to stop or never try it. So what are you gonna do? I was curious. I'm not gonna blame psych substance for getting me interested in fentanyl, but I chose to do that, okay, and it caused me problems, but overall that was my choice. Just like, obese people eating fast food all the time. That's their choice. It's not McDonald's fault. They're not the ones forcing you to eat it. You're the one going there. Alright, this next one is try to get high by sniffing white out when I was like 12 years old. Yeah, you 12-year-olds, if you're on this channel, do not sniff white out. I realized that all I was getting was a headache, and I stopped and haven't tried sniffing or huffing anything else since then. But get this, I actually got someone to sniff bleach telling them they'd get high. They ended up passing out with a nosebleed and a really bad headache. I was laughing the whole time. Well, that person's a piece of shit. I don't care how old you are. That's fucked. Real fucked. Stupidest thing apart from nutmeg. Also, I opened a 2-liter bottle of some fizzy drink and inhaled deeply. I buzzed for about 5 seconds. I don't recommend this, but I'll probably do it again. Also, gas petrol. I'm not trying to read this at I'm a non-English speaker, but these are seriously how the people are typing here. I buzzed for about 5 seconds. I don't think these people are fully in English, or if they are, I don't know. So I'm just reading it as it goes. Yeah. If I have my main channel, I can edit it and be fine. I can reread the sentence, but just on this channel, I'm going all for it, so I'm not gonna fix it or anything. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Took 4 Vicodins on a completely empty stomach. I was profusely sick for a couple hours. Almost vomited. Probably should have vomited, honestly, at that point. Snorted a couple of Nitals. Did jack shit, and my nose killed for about a half an hour afterwards. Nital. What is that? Nytol. Have I seen this shit before? Oh, it has diphenhydramine in it. 50 milligrams? Pretty good. No, it's not pretty good. Don't do that. Okay, I've seen this shit before. I just never heard of Nital when someone put it in a story. I've also tried smoking mixed herbs, which was pretty disgusting. I don't know why I did it, though I was pretty young at the time. Oh, and I've tried snorting and eyeballing a shot of single malt. That was pretty horrendous. Hyperventilating after smoking a bowl, the list goes on. Suffice to say, I'm not that stupid anymore. Alright, this is nothing. Alright, maybe a couple more pages. I mean, there's 61. You guys can read this on your own. Used to take loads of energy/caffeine pills. Yeah, 1 or 2 should be the most you take. Drinking coffee is a different story. I feel like that's a lot safer. Well, it is. But because with caffeine pills, I mean, you're getting 200 milligrams of caffeine just in that instant. And yeah. Smoked green tea, huffed gas, took 24 Unisums, got fucked. It was fun. Alright. I guess that is desperate if you think about it. I was thinking like, what's the stupidest thing you've done? That's what I was looking at. I forgot it was most desperate thing you've done. The whole video I titled, I forgot what it was called. A lot of people say nutmeg. This person said nutmeg. Enough said ew. The stupidest thing I've ever done to get high was one time me and my friend had a blunt and no lighter, so we turned on the stove and that wasn't working fast enough, so we sprayed leather cleaning fluid on a napkin and put it on the stove. Boom, it burst up into flames and we ran outside with our flaming napkin in hands, so the napkin was quickly going out, so we sprayed more leather cleaner on the side of my house. God, I am a dumbass. So with the flame on my house, I crouched down and light my blunt. We put out the flame on my house, which left a big black burn mark, and smoked the blunt, and it was good. The real stupid part of this story, aside from almost burning my house down, was that I lived like 2 blocks from a gas station that I would have been glad to sell me a lighter. Oh well, I wised a lot up since then, sorta. Yeah, sorta. Alright, it was my birthday some years back and I decided to go to a dinner at a decent French eatery, and a friend of mine who bothered me to no end invited himself. After a decent meal of frog legs and good wine, I went home, followed by my pet. Alright, people get grossed out when people say you're gonna eat frog legs, but dude, fried fucking frog legs in the South, so good. I don't know why people get bothered by what frogs look like in real life. I mean, have you seen what fucking lobsters and crabs look like? Shrimp, that shit doesn't look good, but it is. It's really good. Go try it if you haven't. I mean, it's fucking, I don't know if it's better than chicken, but it's definitely up there. It tastes most like chicken. Last time I had it, I want to have it again. It has been a while. I went to a buffet down in Myrtle Beach, and I got a whole fucking, I had a pile of it basically. So I wonder what it would be like if I actually had a good restaurant making it, because that was already good on its own. So yeah. He wanted to get high, dude. I explained that I had nothing to help him in this endeavor, but he persisted in demanding anything to alter his head state. Having had enough, I suggested he take an entire box of 12 Marazine tablets, Cyclazine HCl, and grind them into a powder and put them in a turkey baster and shoot him up his butt. Guess what he did? Yup, you've never heard such moaning and groaning in your life. Part of me felt sorry for him, but another part of me was holding my ribs laughing. I'd probably be the one laughing. I went on to help him study chemistry at a university. He is now a research biochemist for a major pharmaceutical company, but he will never live down the night of the turkey baster. That's a great story. I'm glad it all worked out for him. Sometimes real smart people in school and stuff can be really stupid and common sense wise. Like, I don't know, seeing that is just, I'm more of the common sense kind of smart, because I'd get like A's, B's, and C's, but I was never consistent A student. I was mostly B and C's most of the time. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stuff they teach in school that was not needed. Even in my economics class, they were teaching me stuff that we don't even need. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on here, man. I think they do that on purpose, though, just so you can go to college and be like, oh, you'll learn more here, so we're going to make you take out student loans, and then you're going to spend the next 20 years after you get out of college paying for it, because the interest rates will go up. That's all it is. The stupidest thing I've ever done was eat 2 Brugmansia flowers. It wouldn't have been stupid had I known what I was getting into, but I had no clue what to expect, and it's not that I regret doing it, but I feel that I have an at least clearish view on what schizophrenia is like. It sucks. Now that I know, I wouldn't do it again. Yep, Brugmansia, Datura, all that shit, basically schizophrenia in a plant. I smoked meth, and that's good feelings, but so dumb. I agree. Don't smoke meth. A friend of mine tried shooting up red wine of all things. God knows what shit is in that apart from the alcohol itself. The same person also ground up dried magic mushrooms, mixed them in water, and injected that. Stupid or what? One of my personal faves is pouring vodka onto the hot coals in a sauna. It works, but really burns your lungs. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, these people are talking about shooting alcohol. So shooting alcohol seems to be common theme here. And nutmeg. For my first and only smoke of salvia, I used 40 times extract and smoked rather too much. Scared the bell end off of me. It was mad. I wouldn't recommend that. 40 times extract is a lot. Okay, so I was sitting around my house trying to think of someone to go buy some weed from, but all my dealers were out of town. I must have been at least 13 at the time. Well, I had a cat at the time, and we had a big bag of catnip, so I made a pipe and smoked a few bowls. After 15 minutes, I began to feel the begging effects of marijuana. But after 45 minutes, I was back to normal. I think I need to do more. Well, I've been doing drugs for quite some time now, and the most stupid thing I did was give head. Disgusting. And it could be a lot worse. Alright. Yeah, this is going on the 4th page. I think this will be the last page I go on. You guys can check this out. Put on a 100 microgram 72-hour fentanyl patch. The stuff is completely synthetic opioid said to be 10 times stronger than heroin. You could tell this from 2005. Anywho, it was fun for about 3 hours. Then I fell asleep with the damn thing still on. 10 hours later, wake up, vomit, drink water, vomit, walk outside, vomit, take 3 sips of Gatorade, vomit, and so on. If you ever get the chance to try one of these, don't. Yeah. I just like how he had explained what fentanyl was. That just shows you how long ago this was. Like fentanyl was a thing back then. It just wasn't like how it is now. Like everyone knows what fentanyl is, but I mean, I was a kid at that time, but I'm sure a lot of people didn't really know. A lot of people, heroin was the most popular thing, and it still is more popular than fentanyl, like in the media world. But like fentanyl has definitely made its mark, and most people who are doing heroin are probably doing fentanyl. So yeah, that's the scary part about it. Doop boop doop. Oh, I forgot. I drank some of that alcohol that you're supposed to pour in wounds. Rubbing alcohol, I think. I took one little swig and my mouth felt like it was fucking burning from chemicals or some shit. I think that there's chemicals in the rubbing alcohol. Maybe. I didn't feel any effects because I spit most of it out. I didn't want to find out what it would do to my throat. There was the Freon, not recommended. Oh yeah, and one time I huffed some bug spray thinking it was a computer duster. I was really drunk and it was the same kind of can. Real drugs are much better. I'll stick to those. Thank you. By far, I am the queen of fuck-ups. The dumbest thing I ever done to get high was when I was working the graveyard shift at this gas station one night. One of my other personalities, only way to put the blame on Swim, persuaded me to get some sinus pills and some heat from the shelf, and some parts cleaner, ether, and I can make something worth smoking. How hard could it be, right? I crushed the pills, sprayed them down with a can of ether, then soaked them in heat and run it through the pizza oven. First of all, I'm lucky I didn't blow the store up, and there wouldn't have been enough of me to even prove I was there. Not more than 5 minutes after I burned the crap out of my lungs trying to smoke and realizing what could have happened, a freaking state trooper walks in for a cup of coffee, snack, and paper. I knew he smelled the ether, so I said, "Kids today are so irresponsible, they have no respect." I said these teen boys came in and started spraying those awful cans of ether, and geez, does it stink. He said with a wrinked-up nose, I thought I smelled ether, and walked away. I am positive I either had one of those guardian angels looking over me, or an imaginary friend watching the door that night. You think? Well, I mean, I guess it's not illegal to do ether, but it's just frowned upon. Yeah, someone said heat, H-E-E-T. I have no idea what they're talking about. Sniffing VCR head cleaner from an adult bookstore. Lame, headache, and just overall gross. Huffed gasoline, but just got a huge headache from it. Ate 4 seeds of nutmeg, paralyzed me for the whole day. Wow. Smoked a cinnamon stick, smoked seeds and stems, drank Robo, huffed fingernail polish remover. Ate random flowers and mushrooms found at parents' house, ate a bag of poppy seeds, and more I can't think of right now. I spent a year living in a small tourist town in Bolivia where he met a girl that used to go every weekend to the town. Sorry, like I said, these people are writing these just really, really, really bad. Swim traded sex for coke, being she the one that brought the coke for a couple of knots until Swim noticed she was 14 years old. Swim can't even imagine how heavy can it be being imprisoned Bolivia for abusing a minor and I think we get the picture here. Yeah, that's fucked up from what I can understand from that. I remember hearing this myth about orange peels and toothpaste in my younger days, during a time of college, and I had no acid, no cannabis, no MDMA, no anything. So I smothered orange peels with toothpaste and tried to consume them. It didn't do anything, just made me feel extraordinarily sick in the stomach. Luckily, RCs became widely available, but the damn Analog Act can't do anything anymore. Any drugs that could interest any moderately intelligent person are now illegal. Moderately intelligent? Are you talking about yourself? I think when they say myth about orange peels and toothpaste, I think that just fucks you up because of how that tastes. It sounds horrible. I popped about 16 or 17 NyQuil tablets and took 12 motion sickness pills and half a bottle of Robitussin elixir. And boy, what a trip. I saw the dumbest shit ever. I saw a clear spider crawling up my leg. It's a horrible trip. And sleeping is hard as hell, too. As soon as you shut your eyes, you twitch. And close your arms and legs really tight, because Dramamine kills some of your nerves, and also out-of-body experience is just messed up. I smoked lots of Nitol and a bong, and the fact it bubbled put me off. I said it made him want to sleep the Nitol moments throughout the next week. Okay, see, this is the problem. This is why, editing and just having stories ready. I like to put stories that are in my, I like, if they're fucked up, I put them in my Google Drive, and I like to edit them and put the real words that they're supposed to put there. But yeah, for this channel, like I said, I don't care. So we're just going to go off the book here. Yeah. This person's talking about quercetin, whatever how you pronounce it. All right, that was the last one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Maybe I could do a part 2 if you want me to go on and continue this. So let me know in the comments if you want me to. But I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna put this in the description box so you can check it out on your own. All right. Have a wonderful night, and yeah, have a wonderful night.